Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm not here to talk about the Celtics going up 2-0 to the Mavericks, but I am here to talk about James Chang. James Chang is the chief of staff to the great Berkeley Councilmember Ben Bartlett, District 3. And recently he was accused of something he didn't do that comes under the heading, if you believe it, of sexual assault. And without going into the details with respect to this platform, I will simply say that not only has James Chang maintained his innocence for quite some time from the start, saying, I didn't do this, but the organization that broke the story, the Daily Cal, also endorsed the Berkeley District 7 City Council challenger to James Chang, who is now the Berkeley District 7 City Council member. And the Daily Californian is ran by a 501c4 organization. 501c4 organizations are prohibited from making politically partisan content or taking actions that would select one candidate and promote one candidate over another, like endorsing them. Yet the Daily Cal went on its merry way, never disclosed its 501c4 status, let alone report that the organization that is a 501c4 and it are symbiotically linked to the point where if you say that organization's name, it really means the Daily California. But even worse, the Daily California could have taken the entire story and waited until after the election to report it. They could have shared it with another news organization and let that other news organization report it after the election to basically maintain the appearance of impartiality, aside from the endorsement, which shouldn't have happened anyway. But they did none of that. And then they essentially made fun of James Chang for mentioning their compromised position, said he wouldn't answer our questions. He just wouldn't, basically talked about how we were endorsing his opponent. Well, yeah, that is very fishy. But on top of all that, James Chang has always said they're witnesses. The Daily California never tried to track those witnesses down. Well, now James Chang has a signed affidavit, sworn affidavit from one of those witnesses that was published on ZennyReport.com. And it's important that you know that this exists, because this man, James Chang, has been completely railroaded. And mutual friends of ours asked me to step in and help him. And so, having a great relationship with all of them and everybody else, I was happy to do that. Having the feeling that this is a gross injustice, I was more than happy to step in. And I am more than happy to step in, because what happened to James Chang shouldn't happen to anybody. You're entitled to fair treatment, even from a media standpoint. But we have too many people who claim to be journalists who act like, well, would I say that I am a blogger? Okay. Or if you like, a type of columnist. They want you to believe that they're impartial. They're not impartial at all. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. They would never begin to ask if there was a witness that saw what happened. But James Chang said there was a witness, and that witness, who I will not name, but I do know the name, produced this document, which I'm about to read to you, and it goes like this. On March 30th, 2024, I attended a concert with James Chang and his date. I was there with him the whole time. They were never alone. Everyone danced and partied. I witnessed no sexual harassment or assault. I know who made the false and defamatory report because he took James Chang's wallet. This individual accused James of taking drugs. There was no sexual harassment, touching, or assault during the time which we were with James the whole time until 1:30 in the morning, 1:30 a.m., March 31st, 2024. During the middle of the group together, the individual left the group abruptly and took James' wallet and coat that did not belong to him and hasn't returned them. To this date, no press, no police has contacted me or, to my knowledge, anyone else who was at the event. Name withheld. I put the name withheld in under the penalty of perjury to hereby certify that the foregoing information is true and correct. This is the day, 22nd day of April, 2024. And that's a statement from the Eyewitness, who did not give Xenia 62 Media permission to use their name at xeniareport.com. But nonetheless, it's out there. Okay? It's out there. So there it is. And organizations that have went out and turned the other way and turned away from James Chang did so prematurely. Always look before you leap. Always make absolutely certain that you're acting on information that is sound and true. Because today, the media that claims not to be compromised is. Subscribe to Xenia 62. Oh, and by the way, don't you think it's strange that the Daily Californian dropped this and nobody else? And it was weeks before the East Bay Express picked it up. Berkeley side never touched it. And the reason the Berkeley side never touched it was simply because Berkeley side knows that what the Daily Cal was doing was both sloppy and very arguably illegal. All right. Thank you.